All right, so boys and girls, this is how you can buy Niifi. What you're gonna do is you're gonna jump straight into Uniswap, and then from there, you're gonna need some POLs, POLS, which is the poker starter cryptocurrency. You're gonna select the token that you wanna switch out from, and you wanna select a token, and you're just gonna type in POLS, like you see it here, just press import straight away. And what you wanna do is you wanna have at least 250 POLs in there, which will cost you around about $428 in total. So that is for you to be able to buy Niifi. So how do you actually buy Niifi? You visit their Twitter and you can see that there is a whitelisting article available here. Just go into that link there, which will take you to this article here. So what you can do is you can get into this form here, whitelisting steps, and these are all the things that you have to do to actually have a chance at being whitelisted. Once you open the form in here, this is what the form will look like. You just have to put all of your details in here, do a bit of research so you can answer their questions, and then basically you submit it and away you go. You will be required to put in like your wallet address and then confirm that you follow their Twitter and Telegram and include your Telegram handle and things like that. So it's pretty straightforward. And then obviously if you have more polls in your wallet, then you can have a much better chance at winning. So, you know, 250 poll is equal to 1 ticket. So if you want more tickets in this raffle, then you can do it. The spots are still open to 2nd of June 2021 is the official IDO date. With that in mind, let's go straight onto the market. So looking at the overall market, it has sort of tumbled a little bit, but we're showing some great price actions at the moment. Today is Sunday. People are going to be sort of dipping out into the market a little bit at the moment. Some great points of entry I can see on XRP, and also looking at Uniswap as well, which I think are great points of entry at the moment. Bitcoin obviously trading in that lower range of that band that I've already talked to you guys about. We're going to see how the whales behave at this stage, and we're going to see what's actually going to happen to the price action before we take any further action. Just remember, when it dips, that's your point of entry, and I think we just really got to have that long-term focus, because we do anticipate that Bitcoin is going to hit 100k plus by the end of the year. With that in mind, I want to have a look at Matic, because Matic is one of those coins that actually bounce really crazy when there is a dip and a slight bounce. As you can see, we have seen it go as low as $1.51, now sitting at $1.93 as well. So every time there is a dip, my suggestion for Matic is to just ease your positions in, and it's definitely a very aggressive and a high growth cryptocurrency that you can have in your portfolio. Moving on, there's a quick article on why the Bitcoin has slid down to 35k, Ethereum to $2,500, and it's based on, you know, environmental doubts on Bitcoin mining. Although Biden's announcement of the $6 trillion budget actually had the Bitcoin price increase. So with these kind of things, I think it's just the little fish out there, the small holders, you know, your noob investors that are sort of acting on FOMO a little bit, and this really isn't anything that you as a pro investor in cryptocurrency should be worrying so much about. At this stage, we're seeing more and more bigger investors, institutional investors that are coming into the Bitcoin market, which is why there is so much bullish outlook on Bitcoin. And the company Globin has come out to say that they have bought Bitcoin in Q1 this year. It's a tech giant from Luxembourg. It's a publicly trading company, but that was back in Q1. But we also have some reports saying that someone just bought $2.85 billion worth of Bitcoin literally just in the last 24 hours. So there is still whales that are moving into the market for Bitcoin right now. So at the moment, the statistics are on the bullish side. So in the last month, long-term holders have added 221,000 Bitcoin to their holdings. Some of these short-term holders are aging into long-term cohorts as well. So the guys who are mature investors are actually getting further and further into the Bitcoin positions as the prices are dipping at the moment. And this is completely different to the crash that we've seen in 2018. But at the same time, it's worth noting that short-term holders have offset this, reducing their holdings by negative 256,000 Bitcoin. So it's kind of that negative correlation. So the graph that we can see about that is that we are seeing that the paper handlers, shall I say, the people who don't know how Bitcoin really works, are just veering out of the market. There's a lot of FUD that's in it. And those are the opportunities that the more mature and more advanced investors are actually taking advantage of to actually get further into the market. And taking note of that, that means that there is a general increase in the maturity of investors in the Bitcoin market. All right. So I've got some feel good news about Bitcoin. There is going to be a first Bitcoin sponsored racing car debut in Indy 500. So obviously this is a sign that there's going to be more and more adoption into cryptocurrency as we see more and more advertisement marketing that we're going to see through these kind of activities as well. Moving forward, very interesting news on Uniswap. We all know that I and the general DeFi community is extremely bullish on everything to do with DeFi, decentralized finance. Uniswap is kind of the coin that is heading that DeFi movement up together. And at the moment, there's a proposal out there that we need to be lobbying for compliance compliance because decentralized finance is on the menu for regulators and it needs to be legally protected. So what this means is that regulators are thinking about clamping down on Uniswap. And the body of people that are coming against this is Harvard Law Blockchain and FinTech Initiative, who wants to establish 25 to 40 million political defense fund on Uniswap's governance forum, which I think would be necessary as we move into the mass adoption phase of cryptocurrency, especially the DeFi sector. I think that will be a pretty important section, and the community behind Uniswap has voted in favor of that. 57% of voters are for proposing 20.73 million UNI tokens, of which Harvard Law BFI makes up 10.45 million. So we can see that there is a shifting support for this, and this is really, really good in terms of the foresight that Uniswap and its community has for mass adoption of this wonderful platform. Further good news about Ethereum. I've introduced you to Arbitrum yesterday, talking about Uniswap as Arbitrum becoming the new layer that will improve the scalability. We're looking at this being imparted onto the Ethereum network as well. The key takeaways are Arbitrum, an optimistic roll-up scaling solution for Ethereum, has successfully launched for developers. Layer 2 scaling aims to reduce congestion on the base chain while still benefiting from its security, and reduce congestion on Ethereum will reduce gas fees for every user, not only the ones using layer 2. So the fact that Arbitrum has come into Uniswap and now onto Ethereum is very, very bullish for Ethereum, because Ethereum is basically the head of that entire network, with Uniswap that is taking use of that network, and then Arbitrum that's going to be benefiting in both of these elements of this exchange that we're dealing with. So keep an eye on things that are going to be improving scalability, reducing gas fees, reducing congestion, reducing total value locked. That kind of stuff is what you're going to be looking out for. Any bullish and very promising outlook for a particular cryptocurrency. And right now, Ethereum in all fronts is looking fantastic. So DeFi, NFT, L2 scaling solutions is looking fantastic. The coin that I introduced to you at the beginning, which is the Niifi coin, is one of those coins that are going to be absolutely smashing that aspect. So what is happening to Ethereum right now? We're seeing that more and more Ethereum being staked at the moment with the price that are increasing, and that's a really smart move. And we have seen an interesting peak as the Ethereum prices have dropped. And can I just say, guys, there's nothing more intelligent that you can do in terms of trading strategy, that in the time of dips, that not only will you buy into these cryptocurrencies, but you will actually stake these cryptocurrencies, because that'll really multiply your gains by a significant amount. And I've done a video on that on the passive income video that I've done just a few days ago. So make sure you go and check that video out. All right, with that, boys and girls, this is the time of recording. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you can subscribe to my channel, go check out my TikTok, and you're gonna get the most updated information on cryptocurrency trading so that you can have a more financially free future. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is HDK, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Peace out.